Hey guys, my name is X Factor. Here's one of the top tips I can give you when it comes to Heligoland Bight being available to everybody once the final two maps from Turning Tides release to PC and console and are out of CTE. This is the A flag, and at the 3-minute 44-second mark, the Tank Hunter spawns on A. Now, this is Conquest Assault, so if you are defending, that will be your natural spawn. But I can assure you, if you are attacking, 3 minutes and 44 seconds is enough time to sneak a boat or two over to contest this on the A flag. For those of you who are not aware of the power of the Tank Hunter, it can shut down land, air, and sea. And on Heligoland Bight, it's extremely important to control all of that. The Tankgewehr gives you a massive advantage. Each side gets 3 airplanes. They also get 2 destroyers, which are constantly spawning, I think roughly on a 1.5 to 2-minute timer. And each team gets a Dreadnought. Yep, we're talking Dreadnought versus Dreadnought gameplay. Now, although the Dreadnought cannot repair itself, you can easily take out their turrets. It takes 2 shots from the Tankgewehr to get one of the turrets. And remember, they're around 4 turrets or so. So if your destroyers, your torpedo boats, and, of course, your Dreadnoughts on it, it's probably going to be a very short time alive, which, again, swings the balance of vehicles your way. Because in this map, the vehicle pendulum swings hard, and it swings often. The last thing you want to do is have your airplanes down, allowing their air to run amok on your torpedo boats. And, of course, when those are down, they're going to be strafing infantry, and we all know how powerful air can be against infantry when it is unchecked. So the damage isn't massive against the destroyers, but the destroyers can manually repair. Now, anytime they take damage from a Tankgewehr or an AT rocket, or believe it or not, I've killed one with the lumpy charge, it stalls that repair process a couple seconds. If they're mid-repair, it actually resets that timer. So slow and steady oftentimes is what will win the race. If you see that their teammates helping out on maybe a torpedo boat with AT rockets or maybe a coastal gun of some sort, if you're on one of the other maps, you can not worry about dumping out that fat DPS and try to time their repairing. Unless there is a support player that jumps out with a repair tool, they cannot receive any extra help. Now, the destroyers, if they have proper gunners, it's pretty hard to sneak up with on the torpedo boats, but you usually can suck them dry out of their primary cannon shots, which is the major threat to those torpedo boats. So oftentimes as a Tankgewehr, you can go unchecked. Just make sure to relocate yourself and pay attention to your minimap at all times. If you're constantly working on the destroyers, oftentimes you're going to wise up, figure out where you're at, and drop their artillery strike, indicated by a massive red circle on your minimap. If you think you're safe in the pillbox, you're wrong. After an aerial strike or two, that will cave in and absolutely destroy you. As you can see, the torpedo boats are a bit weaker, where you're doing north of 35 damage, so that is a 3-hit kill. So always be mobile. Another thing you're going to need is a support player in your pocket at all times. Now, the little bag seems to be giving more shots back to the Tankgewehr primary, north of 5, which never really used to do that. It used to only be a couple of shots, so it's nice to see dice to make that adjustment. Now, the other elite available on this map is at the D flag in the lighthouse, and of course that is the infiltrator. So again, pay attention to that mini-map. I highly doubt he'll get over here. And the furthest you can launch the flare, depending on how good your trajectory is around 215 meters or so. But the big prize is right there. Their Dreadnought. Again, aim for those turrets. It takes 2 shots per turret to take it down. Now, once you hit the first one, then the second one, then the third one, then the fourth one, by the time you're done with the fourth one, if it's close enough, the first one is up again, where you can completely gimp their Dreadnought. As you can see, the Tankgewehr, specifically on this side of the map, absolutely controls and dominates everything in the sea. But be very careful of those airplanes that are strafing you. Verticality is not your friend, and oftentimes you'll just have to run and hide if a pilot is hot on your trail. You should primarily focus on the torpedo boats, the destroyers, and then the Dreadnought if they're getting close. And don't be afraid to sneak away. because if the pressure's on you, you might just want to get out dodge, because the last thing you want to do is give them access to A. If you do lose the Tankgewehr or it's down, if you notice it died, it takes 3 minutes, almost on the nose, to come back to A every time the Tankgewehr goes down. It does not spawn anywhere else in the map. Hopefully you guys found these tips helpful when the new map pops, hopefully in a couple days for Battlefield 1. Happy hunting with the Tankgewehr. As always, thanks for watching, hanging out, and we'll see you guys soon.